Today we're making something impressive. We're making lasagna. Also, stick around because we have a homemade chef knife giveaway to tell you about, and trust me, you're not going to want to miss that. Now, hit my music and let's get going. First thing in the pan, bacon. We're rendering the fat out to build flavor base that everything else is going to cook in. Don't rush it. And once it's brown, bacon is going and it's browned up, we're going to go in with our aromatics, grated carrots, and for a little natural sweetness, finely diced onions and garlic. Let them soften up. Then we're going to add our ground beef and pork. Break it all up and get it browning. This is your bolognese foundation right here. While the meat is cooking down, we're seasoning as we go, salt and pepper. Get it in there now so it works with the meat while it cooks. Remember to layer the flavors. Look at that color, beautiful. We're draining off the excess fat. You don't want a greasy lasagna. Now we're ready for the sauce. San Marzano tomatoes, I hope I said that right. These are the good ones. We're going to crush them by hand so they're really rustic, chunky texture. Get in there, don't be afraid of it. Remember, this might not be your grandma's bolognese, but it's a good one. Now the tomatoes go right in the meat. Now we're starting to build this sauce. You can smell how good this is. Now here comes the interesting part. We're adding Kettle Fire chicken bone broth. This is not something your grandma probably did, but the depth it adds to the sauce is unreal. It's rich, savory, and it helps the sauce reduce beautifully, and it thickens up a little bit because of the gelatin in the bones. Now we let it do its thing, low and slow. Stirring here and there, but mostly just let it reduce. You want to thicken up so it holds in the layers. When it looks like this, we're ready. And remember, God doesn't judge your cooking. Now the sauce is ready. Let's put this aside, cool it down a little bit, and we're going to move on to our ricotta. It's ricotta time. We're seasoning this up, salt and pepper, some Italian seasoning. Taste as you go. This is your creamy layer and it needs to have full flavor of its own. Eggs go in next, and we'll be blending really well. The eggs bind the ricotta together so it holds in layers instead of sliding all around. Don't skimp on this part or you're going to have a soupy lasagna, and nobody likes that. And once we get this all mixed in, here comes the good stuff. Mozzarella and some freshly grated parm right into the ricotta mix. This is going to be ridiculous. Now once we get this all mixed in, we get to the fun part. Cap, why don't you tell them what we got to do?
Avengers! Assemble.
We start with plain tomato sauce on the bottom of the pan, just enough to keep the first layer from sticking. Then, oven ready, mozzarella, pasta, right on top. No boiling, no fuss. And the size pan I'm using, 2 will fit. On top of that goes our bolognese. Now this is cooled down some, so it's a little stiff, so just work it out to cover the pasta. Then we're going to go in with our ricotta mix. And we're going to spread that all the way out to the edges. We are going to add beautiful mozzarella. And now back to the pasta. We're doing 2 layers here, but you do as many as your pan allows. There's no rules. We're building something fun here. So take your time, make it nice, or do it twice. Top it off with your mozzarella, and then my secret weapon, a cheddar and jack blend. I know. What are you thinking? Just trust me. This melts differently, it browns differently, and it gives you that pull that makes people stop at mid-bite. Now cover with parchment paper and aluminum foil with sprayed and get it in the oven at 375 for about an hour. That's it. That's your lasagna. And I want you to make this like this week, because I promise you, the people you make this for are going to be blown away. Remember, God doesn't judge your cooking, so get in the kitchen and give it a shot. If you made it to the end, thank you. Sincerely drop a comment and tell me what you think. Subscribe if you haven't and let me see. Alright, as promised, we're giving away a handmade chef knife when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Here's how to enter. Number 1, be a subscriber. Number 2, leave a comment on the video. Any video. Winner is picked randomly, but here's the thing. Every video you comment on is another entry. So the more you show up, the better your chances. You must be 15 or older. This is a real chef's knife, not a toy. So, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that button, comment below. Let's get to 1,000.